3412 is my alignment for today's class of market lambs. I started today's class with 3 and 4. They were the bigger bodied, more standard featured lambs. They're more expressively finished when handled across their loin. And 1 and 2, that were the lower performing lambs that were narrow based and shallower through the rib and coarser fronted. Yes, my class winner could have been more balanced across his top, but he still makes his way to the top of today's class. In my beginning pair, the heavier muscle 3 places over 4, as he was the thicker made, longer sided lamb that stepped down on a bigger foot and handled with more expression across his loin. I understand 4 was an industry driven lamb that was more hydrated in his loin and his forerib, but at the same time he was narrow at his base and stepped down on a smaller foot. Moving on to my center pair, the more balanced 4 places over 1, as he was extended across his loin, deeper sided, and it was a symmetrical lamb that blended more smoothly from front to rear and carried more length across his rear. I admit 1 had a more correct set angle in his shoulder, cleaner in his neck, and more skeletally extended from front to rear about his dock, but he was shallower bone. He was a shallower bone lamb that was more uptight in his rib cage under his chest floor and narrower in it between his feet and legs. Finally, in my ending pair, the bigger, larger boned 1 places over 2, as he was square and leveler over his hip, wider chested, and stepped down on a bigger heart. Nevertheless, I concede 2. The spongy loin lamb was wider across his top, and more correct in his top, but he makes his way last in today's class, as he is narrow at the base, smaller in his loin, and handled with less firmness across his loin edge, and when taken to the hook would hang the least amount of cuttability. Thank you.